Hi, this is Steve Neuhaus. I'm the Orange County Executive. I just returned from a tour with the Combined Joint Special Operations Task Force in Iraq. Spent about 6 months in the Middle East, and I'm happy to be back in Orange County. My job in Iraq, I am a lieutenant commander in the U.S. Navy assigned to a Special Forces team, and my job in Iraq is called the Future Operations Officer, so FUOPS. So what our job would be is to identify locations where the enemy would be and where we would want to put a forward Special Forces presence. So throughout Iraq, I would identify locations where we would put a different Green Beret, SEAL, or MARSOC unit to work with the Iraqis to fight the enemy. So my experience with this war is that it's very different from what you're used to seeing on the History Channel, these long conventional tanks and infantrymen. This is all based on technology, drones, aerial surveillance, aircraft that are supporting the troops on the ground. So it allows the Special Forces to have that backup and that support. So I compared it almost to a video game where you can operate from almost a safe location and conduct a warfare from there. Weather does impact it, but for the most part, it's very high tech. So the basic mode of transportation for me and my teams was helicopters, and we flew anything from a Huey, which they flew during Vietnam, to Black Hawk helicopters, to Chinooks, to even some foreign aircraft, which are called the Puma. It's piloted by some of our coalition partners, and we would fly them throughout Iraq almost like you would pick up an Uber in the city. You literally would call them or you would schedule them, they'd pick you up, you hop on, and they'd take you to your destination. So when I knew I was going to get mobilized, I wanted to do something different and do some type of bucket list. So one of those things I've always wanted to do was learn how to play the acoustic guitar. So when I got to Iraq, my family tried to mail me the guitar. The State Department sent it back. So I spent some of my downtime trying to locate a used guitar or a new guitar I could buy. And at one location in an outstation, as we got off the helicopter, we were walking a little bit, in a garbage pile was a guitar with a broken neck on it. And I decided to smuggle that back to my headquarters in Baghdad. We Googled on YouTube how to fix a broken neck on the guitar, which is a common break. And we were able to do it, and the song plays beautifully. And I was able to even show a country western singer, Craig Morgan, who came through for a UN show, that we had done that. So we're pretty proud of that, and I'm learning to play a little bit. So people ask me, it's 2019, we went in there in 2003, where's the end of this whole thing? And unfortunately, I think the U.S. has to keep a presence in Iraq or that region to make sure that we don't have a resurgence of a group such as ISIS. The Iraqi government is trying, it's a new government, they need our support. And I'll give an example of that. There's, we call the refugee camps, we called IDP camps. One of them had 73,000 people in it, 50,000 of which were kids under 16. The rest were women. And of those women, 3,000 of them were pregnant with ISIS fighters. And nobody wanted to take them back, the communities they came from. So we need to continue to work with the Iraqis to make sure that we take care of these, not only the kids that were there, but the women that are expecting children, so they don't get radicalized again and have another situation where we are today fighting.